Hey there, YouTubers. YTPC, all of our friends. Hope everybody's doing well. This is Martin from Over a Pipe, and we're doing a tobacco review today. What I am currently really enjoying is my Balkan month. February is my month for Balkans, as most of you probably have seen from my monthly blends that I do. And today, Balkan Sobranie. Just a side note while I'm packing this, I was deciding I would like to read what Tobacco Reviews has concerning this. So, Balkan Sobranie Original Smoking Mixture is one of the most legendary Latakia-based blends in history, because it's been around for a while. Dating back to around the 1920s, this is a combination of wonderful Virginias, excellent Orientals, and enough Latakia for a robust and flavorful mixture. The balance of tobacco gives the smoker a sweet and smoky experience with a finish unlike anything else. The aroma is so bright that it has an incense-like scent that will thrill the senses. I feel like that should have been a run-on sentence. Since the original has gone through a number of iterations over the years, it's impossible to say if this will remind you of the one you smoked years ago, but it's a terrific smoke in its own right, and I would have to agree. Just starting off, let's start off with the pre-light. The pre-light draw. This is so sweet, it's almost sugary. It's not as strong on the fermented side of it as you would expect from some of the Esoterica blends, though this is made by J.F. Germain. There is a lot of sweetness. This probably would fall into my second favorite blend in the Germain lines. The only thing I can compare the sweetness to would probably be some of the Virginias you would find in a Frog Morton cellar. I'm picking up a lot of the Virginia right off the bat. The Latakia is very, very far in the back. The Orientals are there, but it's giving it more of that sour part for more of like a sweet orange juice or tangerine flavored. Very mellow, very subdued, gorgeous looking tobacco. Lots of brights in there. Not as much of the darks. It's a great blend. It's absolutely a great blend. Let's open up the tin real quick just so I can get an accurate tin note. Absolutely picking up on the Virginias. The Virginias are forefront, for sure. Some of the Oriental. Just a little pinch of that Latakia I could get. I got just a quick whiff of it. Yeah, very smooth, very mellow. I mean, to the point there are some fairly sweet, bright Virginia in there. Not too much, but you don't need a lot. It really cuts through a lot of that Latakia and Orientals. It cuts through it fairly easily. So I don't think they've used a ton in it, but they've used a healthy amount. It is very smooth. I know that this, I get it. This blend has been around a long time. I have no idea how it tastes in comparison to the old blend. And in certain situations, I almost feel people should not write on the back of previous blends and should just come out with and call it a newer blend. But this is borderline an excellent English. I'm definitely getting those sour notes. The sweetness from that pre-light draw is much more mellowed out once you put some fire to it. Sticking with a small ember, just so that way I can kind of pick some of the nuances out. That Virginia is not too much of a hay, more like a, probably more of a slightly fermented hay, maybe like a little bit oaty. Definitely got a little pinch of the Latakia in there. Very well balanced. The Orientals are there, and they are very forward. Again, I would credit it to being a very sweet and sour type blend, which I think is why we have come out with the term Balkan anyways. We are looking at these blends as being more Oriental forward. And when you've got a full light on this, not a small ember, but you've actually got a full light on the bowl, the Orientals shine. The Orientals are full front there. The Latakia is actually adding just a little, almost a little bit of spice to it. Almost just a slight smokiness and spice to it. That's probably where the incense type fragrance is coming from. And then some of that bright, some of that mellow Virginia is coming through, and really tagging in with the Orientals. This is a great blend. This is a vacuum sealed tin. It does come in a ribbon cut. I would say the moisture is probably, it's okay. I would say it's probably middle of the road, maybe even a little bit more on the slightly drier side, which is fine. That definitely gives it an opportunity to light it up right out of the tin. I would probably give it a little bit of drying time, but overall, it's a wonderful blend. We also on the strength, I'd say it's probably it sticks with the typical Germains. It's around that middle of the road, medium. I would say it's mid to full bodied. I'm not picking up a lot of Latakia out of, or a lot of nicotine out of it. So that part doesn't really pertain to me on that one. I am not picking up any flavoring. it's just a solid blend. I'd say the room note's probably tolerable for most people. I've taken this into my local cigar bar and have had no issues with it. And yeah, I think that's about it. It's a great blend. I can see why. I could probably see why there's probably criticism, and I could probably see why there is a lot of demand for it. The criticisms, for one, because I don't feel like anybody actually replicates originals very well. But at the same time, Germain Son make a very, very good blend of tobacco. They have a great variety of tobaccos that they make. Very well balanced. I have no complaints so far with all the esotericas that I've smoked and the Germains. But the Balkan Sobranie, it's a great blend. It's an absolutely wonderful blend. I'm going to see how this compares and holds up to Penzance. And we'll try them out in comparison. I'm looking forward to it. Both great tobaccos. I'm sure. So far, I am enjoying the Balkan Sobranie to the fullest. I will continue to smoke this bowl and enjoy it until IPSD, where I will be cracking open Penzance and trying it in one of the pipes, either the Peterson 306 Fishtail or the Peterson 302 Apple. You decide. Make sure you go back and watch that video and leave a comment down below. Until then, please like, share, and subscribe. This is what I call the People's Channel, where you're going to get as much as you put into it. If you have other rare tobaccos you would like for me to look for, if you have not signed up and hit the notification bell, make sure you do. I will go live when there's a drop of rare tobaccos. But again, if there are other rare tobaccos that are still in production that you'd like for me to look for, feel free to leave a comment down below and I will take a look for those as well. Please like, share, and subscribe. Go out there, get you some Balkan Sobranie.